talk about the body paragraphs in your essay. So at this point, we've written down a thesis. First, I should say, we've chosen a topic, now we've thesis, we've got an informal outline. So it's time to start diving into actually writing the meat of the essay, which are the three body paragraphs. So as a reminder, your thesis is going to drive everything you talk about in the essay. So the body paragraph itself is just the fundamental unit. It's where you're going to get to explain and elaborate on your main idea. Typically, it consists of 3 to 5 sentences, but of course, can be longer than that. And it always supports the thesis or the main argument. So essentially, anything you write, you should be able to underline it, make an error to the thesis, and it supports whatever you're saying in your thesis. So we're going to have an intro, we're going to have 3 body paragraphs, and then we're going to have a conclusion. So how do I get started with a body? The first thing you want to do is a topic sentence. That is something that introduces what you're going to be discussing in that particular body paragraph. So an example topic sentence would be, social media has significantly changed how teenagers communicate. So I know in this paragraph, I'm going to go further, elaborate more on how social media has changed how these teenagers communicate, right? Then we're going to get into supporting details. So yes, it's true, social media has changed how they communicate, but let's talk about it. So that's where we're going to bring in studies, we're going to bring in observations, whatever support we can find. So this one says, as an example, according to a 2022 study, 95% of teens use social media platforms daily. That's a lot. So that specific element of information is really important in ensuring that you're getting your idea across in an informative and impactful way. Now we're going to take that data that we just presented and we're going to analyze it for the reader. The example analysis is, this high usage rate indicates a shift from traditional face-to-face interactions. So again, this is going back to how social media has changed how people communicate. Then we're going to transition to our next idea. While this offers benefits, it also presents challenges such as bilingualism. So again, this is very short. We're going to make sure we elaborate on these ideas. These are just little starters as examples. Some tips for body paragraphs. Make sure you just focus on one idea per paragraph. If you are shifting to your next idea, it should be the next body paragraph. Use clear and concise language, and I think it goes into providing specific examples of evidence. Anything you write, if you can keep saying why or asking why, and you can go further, then you need to keep going further. That's what I tell all my students, my son as well. Like, if we still can ask why, then you haven't fully answered the question. So ensure that there is a logical flow between the paragraphs, and that is going to utilize transition words. So that accordingly, additionally, meanwhile, conversely, all of those big transition words, we want to make sure we pop them at the beginning of the body paragraphs so that there is a effective seamless transition. And then, of course, very sentence structure for maintaining reader interest. This goes into one of your framework topics, which is writing varied sentences. So some sentences maybe could be short and impactful. Other sentences are longer and more profound because we're presenting a lot of information. So common mistakes to avoid. Lacking a clear topic sentence. When I look at that paragraph, I don't know what I'm going to be reading about. Not having enough details to support what it is you're talking about. Again, you're trying to convince me of something, you're trying to describe something to me, I want to be there with you, so that's why you need details. Try not to have off-topic information. When you have like a turning point in your life off of, it can be easy to kind of go off on those tangents. So just be careful that everything you write can go back to the pieces. Weak transitions between ideas and repetitive sentence structures. So remember, practice, revise, and that equals improvement. So you're going to write a body paragraph, read it out loud to yourself, make sure it sounds good, write the next body paragraph, read it out loud with the first one, make sure it makes sense in the transition, and then do your third one, continuing that same process. All right, so the next video we'll talk about the introduction and conclusion. And see you then.